Hi everybody, welcome to Gentle Flow with Amy. I'm here in the studio getting another class together for you, so I hope you are ready. You really don't need a lot today, maybe a block. We're going to probably go into pigeon later, and so you might need a block for that hip, a strap or old t-shirt or towel, whatever you have, so we can stretch out those hammies toward the end. And that's really it. So everybody's favorite, we're going to start off lying down. So come on down. Let those legs lengthen out. If you'd like to stretch those arms way above your head, you absolutely can. And then eventually let those arms relax to your side. Let the legs get heavy. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Big exhale through your mouth. Big breath in. Smooth exhale out. Keep going for 5 more breaths on your own here. Relaxing into that mat just a little bit more. Gently rock your head from side to side. On your next inhale, we're going to slide those legs into butterfly if you can stand it. Let those feet come together. Legs fall to the outside. If that's a little too much, either loosen that butterfly, send those feet a little further away from you, or bring blocks or pillows underneath of your thighs. Let your pelvis tilt toward the ceiling. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly, and just feel your breath rise and fall through your body. Still relaxing, letting those legs get heavy on your exhales. If it gets to be too intense for those hips, just gently guide your legs back together. We'll stay here for just a few breaths. We're calming our energy before we take it up a notch here in our practice today. With your exhale, bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs, and inhale, gently guide your legs back together. Go ahead and bring your arms up to little goalpost arms or out to a T, whatever feels comfortable for you. Drop those legs over to your right, and then turn your gaze over to your left. Nice big inhale here. Nice smooth exhale. And inhale, bring everything back through the center. And exhale, drop those legs over to the left, turning your gaze over to the right. Sinking into this twist as you exhale, relaxing into your body. Noticing any aches or pains you might be having in your body today. Just notice them and honor them. Don't do anything that's going to hurt or aggravate any pain you might already have. And then inhale, let's bring everything back to the center and hug your knees into your chest. Now once you're here, if you'd like to take some gentle rocks from side to side because they feel good, you are welcome to do that. Or pull your belly button in or squeeze those legs in, stretching into your lower back. Whatever feels good for you here. And then loosen that hug on those legs. And from here, we're going to move into our reverse pigeon. So on your inhale, bring that left ankle on top of that right thigh. This is also known as figure 4, so whatever you like to call it. Bring your hands around your right thigh. And as you inhale, let that right thigh press back. And exhale as that left thigh presses away from your body. Taking a nice big inhale. Sending that breath into that left hip. And exhale, relax that hip. Every inhale, that right thigh is pressing back. Every exhale, that left knee is moving away from you. And exhale, loosen your grip on that right thigh. Release that left leg back to meet the right. And inhale, bring that right ankle on top of your left thigh. Interlace those fingers around that left thigh. And as you inhale, left thigh presses back. Exhale, right knee moves away from your body. Take a nice deep breath in. Imagine you can send that air right into that hip space. And exhale, relax that right hip. Every exhale, relax just a little bit more, and a little bit more, and then a little bit more. And exhale, release that left thigh. Bring that right leg back around to meet the left. One more hug of those legs, gentle rocks if you like. Then on your next inhale, you're going to rock on up and roll right on over into your tabletop. Bringing those knees hip distance apart. They're coming right out of those hips. Arms are shoulder distance apart. Palms are pressing into the mat. Your elbows are right below your shoulders. Your wrists are right below the elbows. You're spinning those triceps in toward your body here. Lift that head up. I'm just going to breathe here. Feel your body. Close your eyes. Scan your body for any imbalance. Maybe you're giving into one hip. Balance it out here. Then on your next inhale, let's anchor through that left palm, sending our right arm up toward the sky. Exhale, right arm sweeps under the left as you gently come onto your cheek and your shoulder. Before you move on from here, make sure your head and your neck are safe. So maybe you want a blanket rolled up under your head, or you'd like to place your head onto a block or a pillow. Make that move. And then when you're ready, you can extend that left arm out over your ear. Or you can sweep that left arm up and then wrap that arm around your back, tucking your hand into your hip crease. And as you exhale, roll that left shoulder open toward the ceiling. If you decide this is not your jam, you can bring that left arm back out over your ear. So find what works for your body. Head and neck stay safe the whole time. And then inhale, send that left arm back up. Exhale, bring it to the mat, press the palm in, and inhale, return to your tabletop. Exhale, anchor out through that right palm, and inhale, send that left arm up. And exhale, left arm sweeps under the right for thread the needle. Again, gently coming onto your cheek and your shoulder. And when you're ready, send that right arm out over your ear, or sweep that right arm up and wrap it around your back, tucking your hand into your hip crease. Have an inhale here and exhale, roll that right shoulder open toward the ceiling. Again, if this is not your jam, go ahead and extend that right arm back out over that ear. Inhale, let's sweep that right arm back up. Exhale that palm to the mat and inhale back into your tabletop. From here, on your next inhale, flip up those toes and exhale, send your hips up and back into your downward dog. So we're pressing our palms into the mat here, spinning those triceps in toward our ears, letting that head and neck relax. Give a little nod yes, a little nod no if you need to. As you inhale, pull that belly button in toward your spine. Hips are rising toward the ceiling. As you exhale, press those thighs toward the back of the room as those heels head toward the mat. Check in on your shoulders. Make sure they're kind of sliding down your back and that you're not hunching up into them. Nice and long through your spine. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, take those gentle pedals here. Coming into stillness. And on your next inhale, look out in front of you. As you exhale, walk those feet forward to meet your hands and sink right into that ragdoll pose. Knees are on top of your ankles, hips are on top of your knees. Getting nice and heavy here. Let your arms just drape at your side. Then pressing those feet into the mat. Maybe bend your knees a little bit. Root down through those feet as you inhale and slowly, slowly, slowly rise on up. Exhaling at the top and making our way into our mountain pose. So our feet I prefer contemporary mountain pose where my toes and knees are forward. Legs are about hip distance apart. My belly button pulls in, pelvic bowl tilts forward, ribs are on top of those hips. And your arms are off to the side, shoulders are relaxed. Close your eyes here if you like. Scan your body, checking for any imbalances. And then on our inhale, let's sweep our arms on up. We're gathering up the air, gathering up the sunshine, whatever it is you need to gather. And then turn your palms out and exhale, press it away. Inhale, lift and lift and lift and lift. And exhale, pressing the air away. As you bring those arms up on your inhale, make sure your shoulders stay down and away from your ears. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, send those arms behind you, interlacing your fingers. Inhale, lifting through your heart. Pull that belly button in. And exhale, hinge from those hips and fold forward. Now from here, if you'd like to stay right here, you can. Or you can lift those arms off of your back, going for that deeper shoulder stretch. So whatever is your preference here, whatever feels good for your body. Just keep the head and neck relaxed, anchoring through our feet. Nice even weight distribution on our feet. And then exhale, bring those hands to your lower back. Press those feet in and inhale, sweep the arms on up. Out in front of you or out to your side, whatever your personal preference is. Returning to our mountain pose. Pull that belly button in and we're going to move into a half sun salutation. Inhale. Lift the heart, pull the belly button in, shoulders drop away from the ears, and exhale, hinge from those hips as you fold forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back, looking ahead. Hands are on the floor, on your shins, on blocks, wherever you're comfortable. And exhale, forward fold. Pressing those feet into the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms on up. And exhale your hands back through your heart center. And again, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing those feet into the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms on up. And exhale those hands to your heart center. And again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Feet press into the mat as you root down and rise up. And hands back to your heart center. I'm going to add something here for you. Inhale those arms on up. Exhale, sit back into the chair, hinging at the hips. Right here. Bring your hands onto your thighs and inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. As long as this feels good for you, keep going with it. We're going to come back into neutral. Sweep those arms behind you. Interlace those fingers and exhale, forward fold. Lift those arms off your back here if you like. And if you'd like to twist to the right, you can. Back to the center, twist to the left. Whatever feels good for you. Or just hang out right here at the center. Exhale those hands to your back. Release the hands to the mat. And inhale into your half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Press those feet into the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms on up. And exhale your hands to your heart center. Coming back into your mountain pose. Inhale, send the arms on up. Exhale, let's come into a little bit of a chair wherever you're comfortable. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, anchoring through our right foot here. We're going to get nice and strong on that right foot. On your inhale, lift that left leg on up and exhale, send that left leg back. Those toes are landing on the ball of your back foot. And sink into your low lunge here. If you'd like your blocks for your low lunge, grab them. But keep your knee on top of your ankle, toes and knees facing forward, hips are squaring forward, flexing through this back thigh, pressing it toward the back of the room. Then inhale, sweeping our arms on up. Shoulders are away from the ears. We're sinking heavy through our hips here. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and inhale, lengthen through your spine. And then take that twist to our right. Bring that left elbow outside that right knee. Inhale, lengthening through our spine. Imagine like there's a little string pulling us nice and long. And we're twisting our shoulders toward the back of the room. If this is too much, then just stay facing forward, hands on your blocks. It's okay. Inhale, come back through the center. Exhale those hands to the mat. Inhale, flip that back toe, lifting that back leg, and exhale, springing back into your forward fold. Inhale into a half lift, flat back, looking ahead. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing those feet into the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms on up. And exhale those hands to your heart center. And inhale those arms up. Exhale, let's sink into a chair. Have an inhale in your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, anchor into that left foot here. And inhale, let's lift that left leg on up. Let's lift that right leg on up. And exhale, send that right leg back, coming onto the ball of our back foot. Getting that knee to ankle alignment. And gently releasing onto our back leg. Now, again, flex this thigh, press it toward the back of the room to keep that pressure off of that knee. If this just does not work for you, that's okay. Just flip those toes and come into a high lunge. It's okay. Nice big inhale. Nice smooth exhale. Then let's sweep those arms on up and exhale your hands to your heart center. Inhale, lengthening through our spine. Exhale, let's bring that right elbow outside that left knee. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, twisting through those shoulders. Inhale, come back through the center. Exhale, release those palms to the mat. Inhale, flip that back toe, lift that back leg, and exhale, spring into your forward fold. Hanging out here for a couple of extra breaths. Press those feet into the mat and inhale. Let's sweep the arms up and come back into our mountain pose. Exhaling those hands back through our heart center. Once we're here, we've just stretched those hip flexors. If you would like to take those little figure eights for a moment, kind of move those hip flexors around a little bit, you are welcome to do that. Then we'll come back into stillness. Arms are off to the side. Lifting our head, pull our belly button in. Inhale, sweep the arms on up. Exhale, we're going to hinge from the hips and fold forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back, looking ahead. Exhale, plant those hands and step back into a plank. Nice strong plank here. Have an inhale and exhale. Let the knees come to the mat and then come all the way down. We'll inhale into baby cobra here. Lift the shoulders, lift the heart, belly button pulls in, pelvis tilts toward the floor. Exhale, come on down. From here, press those palms into the mat, really lift through the heart. Now moving into an upward dog, belly button pulls in, pelvis tilts forward, thighs are lifting off the mat, looking up at the ceiling if that feels okay for you. When you're ready, roll around those toes and come right on into your downward dog. Nice and slow moving here. We don't have to go anywhere. All right, let's focus on that right leg here. And inhale, right leg comes on up. Exhale, pull that right knee into your chest. Step that foot all the way through. Pressing out through that back leg, staying on the ball of that back foot. Inhale, let's sweep our arms up into our high lunge. Ooh. Mine's a little drunk on my right side. Keeping that knee to ankle alignment, belly button pulls in, pelvis tilts forward, arms are nice and long here. Exhale, let's open up into warrior two. Pivot that back foot parallel to the back of your mat. Drop those shoulders away from your ears. Arms are long, pushing those fingers away from you, gazing out in front of you. And from here, let's take our side angle pose. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Sweep that left arm out over your ear here. Drop that shoulder away from the ear. Nice and long through our body. Remember, we're not curving. We're staying long like a rocket ship here. Flying on up. If you'd like to bring your hand all the way to the mat, you can do that. Your right hand, that is. Or bring it to a block. Or just stay right here on your thigh. Exhale, windmill that left arm around, pivot those hips back to the front, coming back into your high lunge. Exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, left elbow outside that right knee. Twist through those shoulders, gazing toward the back of the room. And inhale, come back through the center. Exhale those hands to the mat. Have an inhale here, and exhale. Let's step back into a plank and lower all the way to the ground. And then inhale into your baby cobra. Exhale, come on down. Press those palms into the mat, and inhale, come all the way into upward dog, and exhale into downward dog. And then let's lift that left leg on up nice and high. Exhale, pull it all the way through. Step that left foot between those hands, staying on the ball of your right foot. Squaring up to the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep those arms on up. Pull that belly button in, tilt that pelvis forward. And on an exhale, let's pivot that back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Open the arms nice and wide. Hips pivot to the side for a beautiful warrior two. Long through those arms. Push those arms away, flexing those triceps. And on an exhale, let's bring that left forearm to our left thigh. Right arm sweeps that over that ear, nice and long here. If you'd like to bring your left hand to the ground, you can, or inside your foot, you can take it that way. On an exhale, we're going to windmill that right arm and pivot on our back foot back into our high lunge. Exhale those hands to our heart. Inhale, lengthen through our heart. And exhale, bring that right elbow outside that left knee. With our high lunge twist here. Inhale, come back through the center. Exhale those hands to the mat. Have an inhale here, and exhale, step back into plank. And exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Inhale into baby cobra. Exhale, come on down. Inhale all the way into upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. Settling back into our downward dog. On our next inhale, we're going to lift our right leg on up. Exhale, pull that right leg all the way through, bringing our right knee to our right wrist, sliding that left leg back, sinking our hips to the ground here. We're squaring our hips up to the front of the room here. Get that right foot out from underneath of you. Try to get it out from underneath of you. If this is a lot for your hip here, if you're really straining, make sure you put a block or a blanket to give you some support. You want to let gravity do the work here. So take a nice big inhale. You can send the arms back if you like. Tilt that pelvis forward. Pull that belly button in. And exhale. Hinge into a forward fold. Again, keeping those hips square to the mat. Let your head rest all the way to the floor or to a pillow or onto your hands, whatever feels good. Nice big inhale. Nice smooth exhale. Let that hip get heavy here. And exhale, let's press those palms into the mat. Inhale, lifting up our torso here. Flip that back toe. Lift that back leg up, and on an exhale, slide back into downward dog. And inhale, time for our left leg. Send that left leg on up. Exhale, left leg slides on in. Bring that left knee to your left wrist. Getting that left foot out from underneath of you. Squaring those hips to the front of your mat if you can. Let that back leg relax. Once you feel settled, whether it's on a block or on all the way to the ground, whatever works for you, make sure you make it happen. Stay safe. Inhale, lift through your heart if you like. Send the arms back. And exhale, hinge forward. Take a nice big breath in here. And exhale, stretch into that left hip. Let those hips get heavy. These pigeons are poses I could hang out in for a long time. But we won't. On your exhale, press those palms into the mat. Inhale, lifting up that torso. Flip that back toe, lift that back leg, and exhale, head into downward dog. Inhale here one more time in this downward dog, sinking those heels, lengthening that spine. And then on an exhale, bring your knees to the mat, toes come together, knees slide mat distance apart, and exhale into a child's pose. We're going nice and long in our arms in this child's pose today. Take a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, let those hips get heavy as they sink towards your heels. Once your hips are as low as they can go, see if you can sink a little through your chest and your heart, through your belly. Seeing if you can connect with the mat. And then with your next exhale, let's walk our arms off the right side of the mat, like we're going for a little half of a crescent moon in the top half of our body, extending that left arm. Exhale, let your body sink back toward the mat. Take a nice deep breath here, letting your breath expand that left rib cage. And exhale, walk those hands back to the center. Have an inhale here at the center and exhale over to the left side. Nice and long with that right arm now, bringing it out as far as you can, letting those hips sink back towards your heels. Deep breath in, letting that breath help stretch the rib cage. And exhale, hips sink toward the heels. On your next exhale, let's bring those arms back to the center. Palms come together in front of you. And on your next breath, bend at the elbows. Tucking those arms in towards your ears. Bringing your hands all the way to the base of your neck. Walk those elbows away from you. Sink into this nice tricep stretch, shoulder stretch. And exhale those palms back to the mat. Pressing those palms into the mat. Inhale, coming up into tabletop, and then coming back onto our bellies. Have an inhale here, and on your exhale, extend that right arm straight out to your right side. And when you're ready, gently roll over onto this right shoulder. We're testing it out here, making sure that your head and neck, first of all, are safe. If you need something underneath of them, a block can make a world of difference here, if you'd like, or a blanket or a pillow, whatever you have. Once you're here and you feel settled, make a decision if you'd like to take that right shoulder a little deeper into your stretch. And if that's the case, you're going to bend that top leg, plant that foot flat on the floor behind your bottom leg. And as you exhale, roll your hips open toward the ceiling. You do not want to be in pain. This can be a little intense, but you don't want to be in pain over it. You can bring that left arm behind you if you like. And exhale, gently roll over onto your side. And then rolling over onto your belly, sweeping that right arm in here. And then exhale, let's extend that left arm. Have an inhale. And then exhale, gently roll over onto your left side. Testing things out at first. And then when you feel ready to take it even deeper, bend that top leg, plant that foot flat on the floor, and roll your hips open toward the ceiling. If it begins to hurt, gently roll out of it. And exhale, let's gently roll back over onto our bellies. Sweep those arms into our side. Bring those legs up and gently windshield wiper your legs. I'm going to encourage you to take your final resting pose a little differently today. Extend those legs out. Bring those arms long to the side. Let your forehead rest to a block or all the way to the floor on a pillow, if that feels okay for you. Or you can let it rest on one cheek or the other. But if this is just too awkward for you, that's okay. We're used to doing it a certain way, and that's fine. You can gently roll over onto your back instead. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, let those legs get heavy. Let the hips get heavy. Feel your belly connecting with the mat in that solar plexus space. We were breathing in and out through our solar plexus with those big cow poses that we did. We were flexing through our solar plexus in those chair poses. Again, big breath in. Imagine you could breathe all the way to your toes. And then let it all out. One last big breath. Breathe all the way in. And let it out. Settling in here. Clearing your mind. Sending those thoughts away. If those thoughts will not leave you alone, feel that solar plexus connecting with the mat. Tune in to the yellow color of that space. And let that be what you focus on while you take the next few minutes to rest. I'll see you here in just a few minutes. Take a nice deep breath in. Tune in to that solar plexus chakra if you're not already there. Feel it press into the mat. Tap into that yellow color of this space. And if you don't see yellow, embrace whatever's there. This space is connected to our personal power, our will, our autonomy, our self-esteem, our spontaneity, and our concentration. As you breathe in, visualize your will, your passion for life, and imagine these energies streaming right into that third chakra space. Breathe in and out and feel the clear exuberance of the yellow melting away any pain, any suffering, or any indifference you're feeling. Embrace courage and hope and let comfort flow through you. On your next breath, begin to move. Wiggle the fingers, the toes, rock your head from side to side, whatever feels good. Eventually rolling over to one side, gently pressing yourself up to a nice easy seat. And once you're there, we'll bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra. And you can keep your eyes closed here, seeing that beautiful yellow color. And if you're comfortable and you want to repeat out loud at home, go ahead. I love and respect myself and others. I am worthy of the very best in life. I love my body and I trust its wisdom. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.